Assalamualaikum, good afternoon, and welcome to the Investors Pit. Who wants some cash? 250,000 ringgit. Okay, but first, let's talk about the fun. What we have here is a platform for entrepreneurs to showcase their innovative ideas, products and services to both the global, regional, and international markets. So this is not a competition, right? This is a showcase, not a rat race. Fun fact number 2, this program is funded by Frostcash, and we aim to use this Frostcash with the help of our investor judges to aid these companies in establishing their footprint beyond Malaysia, beyond the region, and into the international markets. So today, we have seen new business models. We have seen new economy, new markets, IoT, C2C, and whatnot. This is around, beyond the horizon and in the future. But what about now? What about solutions that we face today in Malaysia, such as traffic, pollution, health, diabetes, and such like? Fortunately, the companies which we wish to present to you address these kind of everyday problems that we face. We have companies that prevent the use of gas guzzling cars, pollution, companies that takes care of your health. What better news, a company who will make sure you eat well 24/7. There are groundbreaking companies that your food is made well, and your skin and your body is well and healthy and beautiful. They have partnerships and markets around the region and have accomplished things by being highly innovative. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't envy the investor judges who are about to be joining us in a minute. Whilst the prize value is 250,000 ringgit, these are great companies, and I believe they'll have a hard time allocating these resources to these great individuals and their organizations. Last but not least, this is not just about the showcase. It's not just about investors. It's not about money. This is, as Arup, Manoj, Hazmi, and others have shared, is a shared experience. What we're about to experience in action is to see what kind of tenacity, passion, skill, experience, and knowledge is needed to bring these fantastic and fancy ideas into reality in front of you. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you can join us as we let the fun begin. But first, let me introduce the investor judges. So they're not judges, right? They're investors, actually, because they have this money, frost money, 250,000 ringgit. So the ladies first, I'd like to introduce Julianne Jan, who is CIO, Chief Investment Officer of Cradle, to join us in the front. Thank you. Okay, Thomas just told me to inform everybody to help yourself with coffee and tea from the back if you're thirsty. It's sort of there, so it's for your convenience. Let me talk about Juliana. You don't mind I talk about you a little bit? You're not a shy person, are you? Okay. I know you're not shy. So let me talk about her organization. So those who are from another country, or if you're Malaysian, under a rock, Cradle is the pioneering early stage and equity fund in Malaysia. Without them, many successful startups would have sputtered into non-existence. Juliana looks after all the key equity funds and programs under Cradle. She has been in this industry a long time, but she's still very young, we know that. And she has started her career in this industry and has held through this sector through thick and thin. So, Juliana, please give everyone a wave. I think people know who you are already. So, ladies and gentlemen, do we want to hear from Juliana? Yes? Okay, so in this program, we want her to ask questions, right? It's not just one person presenting. We want people from this table to also ask questions. Yeah, so I was talking about later when you ask questions. Thank you, Juliana. Sorry about that. Next one is a very prominent person, Aimi Aizal. So Aimi, where are you? There he is. So Aimi is knee-deep in finance and technology, maybe neck-deep, not knee-deep. He's the co-founder of Atta Plus. I think we heard from Atta this morning through Elaine and her colleagues. He is also chairman of Scully, one of the giants in technology and integration. And the thing about Aimi is, if someone who knows finance, operations, technology, all in one brain, then it's Aimi's brain. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Aimi's brain. Thanks, Jan. Jan Christensen is part of the Frost family. He is not just part of the Frost family, he actually runs a big part of the Frost family. He's a founding member of the European Executive Committee, which manages Frost's business in Europe, Africa, Israel, and in his capacity as head of non-UK operations, he's been growing this business more than 30% per year for at least a dozen years, non-stop, recession, depression, whatever it is, Jan takes care of business. Jan is also global head of our growth consulting business. So all of you who are customers of our growth consulting business, Jan is in charge of that, and a lot of the success goes from his experience and expertise. So thank you, Jan, coming all the way down from Paris, is that right? Okay, thank you, Jan. I would also like to introduce Siva Ramanathan. There you are, Siva, thank you. Another very prominent person. Siva is Chief Strategy Officer of MDEC, who is now known the Malaysian Digital Economy Corporation, so as the federal agency who drives the implementation of the nation's digital economy. So MDEC has gone through several transformations, and Siva's vast experience will guide the economy as well as MDEC into its next phase. Siva's experience is actually in startups. So one of the startups he was involved in is a small one, became a little bit larger. It's called AirAsia X. He's helped start that up. And another one sometime back, he also started with a small company, which has also become a little bit larger, Astro. So we're all hoping that Siva's experience there could help more technology companies go through the experience that he has gone through personally through the companies he's been involved with. So thank you, Siva. I'm sure we will all learn from you in this session today. And we love your blue pants, by the way. No, I didn't, but underdressed actually, but that's very nice, thank you. Zachary Ismail, Head of Innovation for Touch 'n Go. Where are you, Zachary? Thank you, sir. Zachary looks after a portfolio of disruptive and productive technologies for Touch 'n Go with Nizam. He is a technology and finance person. He's been working in a few banks in Malaysia, very senior individual. And he's also been involved with many technology projects with Touch 'n Go in other parts of his career as well. So thank you, Zachary. We look forward to hearing from you. Very quickly, on the role of the investors, each have 50,000 ringgit. We will give it to you a little bit later. So don't worry, you'll get your cash, but I don't want you to get distracted by the money. So I'm going to hold it for a while. Is that okay? All right, so your role is basically to listen to the entrepreneur's presentation. You're encouraged to ask questions, but we only have 10 minutes each. So, I'll leave it to you to negotiate. There's microphones on the table, is that right? Very good, thank you. So they will invest portions of each of their 50,000 ringgit, totaling to $250,000. And you're encouraged to invest them on their own assessment of the entrepreneur. Right? So it's not a judge, it's not an award, it's an investment decision using Frost Cash. Okay, are we ready to bring up the exciting entrepreneurs? These problem solvers. All right. So the first one should be ready by now, and we'll bring him up one at a time, yeah? So the first one, let me get started with Mr. Lee Min Yet from Bukdok. Min Yet coming up? Okay, very good. He is a Vice President of Strategy and Corporate Development. The process is very simple. There's a 10-minute... He has 10 minutes to present and discuss. At 5 minutes, I'll call 5 minutes. I'll call again at 8, and then 9, and time's up. Pardon? From Bukdok, yes, I beg your pardon. Okay, very good. At your convenience, Minyet. Hey, no insider trading, okay? Not allowed. Thank you, Minyet.
All right. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a tendency to speak softer and softer along the way. Yeah. I'm coming on behalf of the founder. Unfortunately, he has gone over to Hong Kong to beg for money. So that is Datuk Sherry Bay. Yeah, real money, real money. Yeah, so I'm covering strategy and corporate development. So first of all, I would like to say thank you to Frost & Sullivan and also MDEC for recommending us, give us the opportunity to showcase what we are doing. Thank you. All right, okay, so instead of sticking on to the slide, This morning, until like just now, we have been talking a lot about ideas, things that are 30,000 feet on top, right? So let me bring you down to 50 feet, or 30 feet, whatever it is. In the healthcare, when you think of yourself and your close ones, what are the emotions that usually come with it whenever you think about healthcare? There is a good amount of fear. Usually, there's a good amount of regret. Sometimes there is also a good amount of guilt. I'm not sure personally you have come across cases whereby, like, oh, I should have booked the thing a bit earlier, schedule an appointment, do a surgery a bit earlier. Then sometimes it's a bit too late and things gone out of hand, right? So what we are trying to do is very simple, whereby when healthcare services are accessed on a timely manner, there is a chance where your fear, your regret, and your guilt is transformed into hope and smile, right? So our tagline, connect and unite. So essentially, we are a simple booking platform for now, to stage one, whereby you get to book the doctors at your fingertips, and you can even download it now if you want to play with it, where you can search for different specialty that you want, choose the location, and then you will find the nearest doctors or dentists, or now we are building it up, chiropractor, you have physiotherapists, blah, 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 the list go on. So essentially the question is, let's say now, any one of you receive a call and say that there is a medical emergency or someone need to look for a doctor. What is the response now? That you call a friend. What else do you do? You're probably shaking and don't know what to do, and probably start searching for the different hospital websites and all this thing. So we are out to just solve this simple problem. All right? So I move on. So essentially, there is a fundamental information asymmetry here, whereby there are a lot of clinics around, we know. There are a lot of hospitals around, we know. There are doctors around too, yes. Yeah, so when can I access it, right? At the time of need, where is it, right? And it is not only just emergency, right? Things that we need to schedule beforehand, right? Our regular, health check and this and that. And sometimes we defer it because we are busy. And then sometimes we do it because of fear, right? So what we're trying to do is connect and unite. And what we really want to do is that when we move from the head and we move back down to our heart, that is where real connect and unite happens. When at your fingertips, simply you click and you know not only you can book a doctor appointment for yourself, but also for your loved ones. This is what the functions of the app can do. And just last week, we have just unveiled the website. Now you can also go to the website. And simply, we also open up to the medical tourists. So very simplistically, BookDoc is an independent aggregator, right? So different hospitals have their own websites. Different hospitals even develop their own apps, right? So what it is easy for you is what we're trying to do is just to make it even simpler for you, where you can search for the service that you need anytime of the day. So we are trying to link up, right, between the doctors and the customers. So primarily, this is what we have been doing.
5 minutes.
So thank you. A lot of people are asking us, like, what else, right? So we started October last year, and we are trying to sign up corporate first, corporate and their employee. That's to start. Then now we are continuing to build the base for more consumer and more doctors. Over the last 3 months, actually we only started informing the consumer back in January, right? So we are linking this up, and then the other part of it. So you may ask, so how do you make money? Customer use for free. So for you, it's free, All right. So we need to look for other ways, right? Either work with the doctors or the others. The others is the interesting part, whereby whoever who are interested in this relationship between doctors and customers. So who are they? So we've been working with HR of certain corporations. And Frost & Sullivan is actually one of them who are willing to try this out, whereby you can track how your employees seek healthcare. We also deal with companies whereby they have a lot of fake MCs. We also have companies who tell us it's like, hey, you don't want to speed up the speed of giving out the guarantee letter so that our staff, after they see the primary care doctor, can straight away go and see the specialist, right? And who are the other people? The insurance, who are interested in the data of how the human utilization of the healthcare services are. The third-party administrator, right? The insurances for the TPA for the company or for some of the insurances. And then also that, like in the longer term, we might start to work with MOH, because there are certain data whereby in the private sector, it is not readily available for the government when they plan for the services, right? So Dr. Subramaniam, the Minister of Health, has been talking about, right, management of chronic diseases, diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and all this, in the private sector is a bit different in terms of its efficacy when it is managed under the public services, right? So then who is going to bridge the gap, right? So these are the interesting opportunities that is ahead, right? So there is so much I can share right now. So I come to this. It's a very simple solution. You can get an IT guy to do it. You can, it's a booking platform, like big deal, But we know that time is of the essence. So what happened is that for us, the advisory group, we actually have an advisory group. Actually, the chairman is the former Deputy General of Health, Tan Sri Jagadisan. So we also have a very prominent advisor from Singapore. That is the emeritus consultant, Dr. Tay Boon King, who is the consultant for Sing Health itself. Why do we need these people?
8 minutes.
Yeah. So essentially, different things, different countries, different regulations, different norms, right? So we need these people around. So for us, why I'm showing you this slide is that we are trying very hard. So over the last 6 months, these are the people that we partner with. And then you might be interested, like, let me point you to like Prekeso, for example. So these are the other things that they are interested in the doctor to patient relationship by virtue of, they actually above 40 years old, do you know that you'll get a free health check from Prekeso? And then for the ladies, you can do it your mammogram. So people don't know about it, people don't know where to go. So it just makes things a bit better for everyone, right? So with that, I'll stop here. Yeah, so I would invite any questions that you may have, as long as I can answer in public.
9 minutes.
Right, anyone? From the judges, from...
Michael.
Hi.
Okay. Okay, booking platforms and marketplace for hospitals and doctors and all that, it has been available, right?
Yeah.
For probably more than 10 years in Malaysia.
Yeah.
So what, okay, because the problem usually is how do they get the hospitals to actually use it, and for the end customers to actually use it. Because some hospitals, they have the booking,
yeah,
but the customers don't actually use it. Or
yes,
like me, I try to use it, but there's no response from the hospital.
yeah.
So what's the value and how do you entice like both sides to actually use your product?
Actually, it lies at the very heart of the question. Because
Okay,
this is why
minute,
I show you the execution, whereby what happened is that we started off with corporates, meaning that your employee and the panel clinic will start together. Yeah, so that ensure that whoever will look for the service is available, then the doctor can respond. And then slowly, then we move into the direct consumer side.
Okay. Okay, it's a very quick one, extremely quick one.
Okay, I'm just curious about what are your plans to bring in the ecosystem. What we are seeing and missing is the pharmacy in terms of the distribution, in terms of the prescription side, and also, are you planning to do some clinic to clinic information sharing in terms of the personal file of the patient. So that is very crucial. Is there anything in your pipeline?
It is in the future one, which I didn't share much. Essentially, is whatever that go in between the doctors and the patient. Yeah, so currently we are in the midst of, just barely 6 months, we are in the midst of building up the critical mass for the doctors and the patient. And then subsequent to that, whatever that is going in between the doctor and the patient, a lot of things can be added in.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Minh
you.
Yet. Just one quick thing I want to tell you about Minh Yet. Minh Yet's actually one of the up-and-coming or one of the star people in Malaysia. You're a Stanford scholarship graduate, is that right?
No, it was a Singapore scholarship.
Yeah, I know, but still, you came from there.
Yeah.
What's the other university you went to? It got
It was
scholarship.
in Imperial College.
Imperial College and Stanford, and now is in Malaysia. So let's give him a hand. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
Rob, can I make a quick comment?
Yes, yes.
I won't, just quick comment, right? So I like the analytics part of things, right? Because obviously that's something that is going to be very useful, and I hope that you develop it well and make sure you use analytics to its maximum. Only one critic is that you're too much of a nice guy, right? When you go and pitch and I've pitched in front of US VCs, okay, you got to be confident, right? You are very passionate, I can see you can tell stories, but toughen up a little bit and
Okay.
be a bit more
Good advice.
confident. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you, Siva. Sage advice from a very experienced campaigner. Thanks, Minh Yet. Fantastic presentation. So I hope you all start logging the book doc. But first, let's hear from a doctor. Let's bring on Dr. Khairul Izwan Barin, CEO of Celltech. Thank you, Dr. Khairul. At your convenience. Ready
All
to
right.
blow us away?
I will
Time
try.
clock's there. Your slides over there.
Thank you so much. So, God forbid if any of us face a situation where we have major skin loss. It could be due to road accident, it could be due to major burns, or it could be due to even diabetic foot ulcers. But what if that happens? Do we have choice of treatment? Do we have the best choice of treatment in town? Or do we have, are we just going to survive? Or are we just going to have to go for other alternative? Or are we just going to die? And the treatment that's available for this type of problems in hospitals is just not optimized either. Cases are patient will have a 50-50 chance of recovery depending on how much uptake that they can do. So what if I told you that we have solutions for that and we can speed up the recovery up to 90%? How? By manufacturing or giving the patient pieces of skin, artificial skin that they would need after they have that kind of situation. And that skin can be manufactured within 2 to 3 weeks, up to whatever size that they want or they need or the surgeon's order. And the best part is it's almost similar as the real skin. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Khairul Izwan Baharin. I'm CEO of Cell Tissue Technology, and we manufacture human organs. So that's us. So this is the pain that we address. And how we can do that, because we have proprietary technology that we created back 10 years ago in a very reputable research university called UKM. And this is what we came up with. We have created autologous tissue engineered human skin, which is basically, it tells you that the skin that we manufacture coming from you, yourself, and only can be used on you. That means there's no rejection, there's no cross-contamination, and the best part is it covers the whole structure of the skin. That means you're getting your skin back, yeah? And it's the Malaysia's first tissue engineered skin, and it's what's claimed by most surgeons and doctors as the best and ideal skin in the world, yet to be validated, but it's proprietary technology, and it's an award-winning product, yeah? So these are just some of the cases that we have solved. Okay, please, don't throw up, okay? So I'm not gonna go through this, but how we can do this so well, it's because we are a group of medical doctors and very passionate tissue engineers in UKM. And we're based in UKM Medical Center. UKM, as you know, also a very reputable research university. And we and our team have been working on this for the past 15 years. And we just spin off from UKM the last 5 years to enable this to be benefited by the patients, right? We also equipped with a full CGMP certified facility, validated by Ministry of Health and assistance by MTDC and many more government agencies. And we have achieved some achievement along the way, up to a point where we get recognized by President Barack Obama, administration in US, and we also identified by the government as the next wealth creator for Malaysia. And just recently, we are awarded with Malaysian Book of Records for being the first Malaysian manufacturer of tissue engineered skin and also the tissue engineered skin itself. And this is our worldwide recognition. We are all over the medias. But wait, there's more. With the technology that we have, we can revolutionize aesthetic and cosmetic industry because we can replace all this Botox, fillers, collagen, whatever that you can find. You don't need all that because why you need collagen from fish, from buffalo, from sheep, from dragon? It's all different species, you know? What if I told you I can give you collagen that's coming from you and I revitalize it and put it back to you? That's the best collagen you could ask for. So what I will do is we will revolutionize cosmetic industry with the technology that we have. And not just that, because I now have like a piece of skin. So I can just give the skin to you, and you can just test any of your products, your drugs, your skincare, your herbal products, and see whatever happens to that after applying your products. So forget animal testing, forget human testing. And you can also pass your products to me, and I can test it for you down to cellular level. I can tell you exactly what happened to a cell when your product is applied on that. And how cool is that? And I also can supply cells all over the world because researchers need cells. And on top of that, I can cell banking. So we're talking about biological insurance or preserving your youth. For example, you're in 20s, you're 20 years old, for example, and you want to preserve your youth and you want to get back your skin when you're 50 years old. We can do that. Come to me and we can talk. And not just that.
5 minutes.
Our future direction is we want to become a manufacturer of human organs because we have technology to produce and manufacture joints, cartilage, bones, cornea, liver cells, heart cells, you name it. In the end of the day, forget about organ donation. And on top of that, we can also across industries. We are talking about fashion. We can tissue engineer leather for your leather goods and leather bags, whatever you name it. Chanel, Birkin, forget that. I can tissue engineer all that and you buy from me. And the food, because we know that population is increasing and the landed animals is just not enough for that amount of population. So where do we get meat for your steak? So we can also tissue engineer that. So that's our future pipeline that we can have. So I'm recapping what we have. We have proprietary technology, world class. We have idea that's proven for unmet medical needs. We have winning team, group of medical doctors, strong capabilities. We have CGMP certified facilities, and we have traction for most of our pipelines. And we are based in reputable university, and we are fully supported by government, and we have fully funded. We are funded up to 12 to 15 million up till now, and we are known worldwide. We have worldwide recognition, and we have basic media awareness and exposure. What we can do, we can become Malaysia's hub for tissue engineering, and also maybe for the region to supply human organs and also to provide services for people who are in need. So what we need now is full support from all of you. So come to us. It can be in any kind of support, funding, most importantly, but also advice, collaboration, whatever that you can offer. So this is my contacts. Talk to me. Thank you. Yes.
So I don't think you need any lessons on confidence. But sorry, you know, I probably going to be the unpopular guy, but I see a lot of issues here. Number one, you said, you know, the skin technology, right? If you have an accident, you can have skin. But you said that you can't. You have to basically bank first before then I can take your.
That's another option if you want.
Okay.
But we can do on urgent case as fast as 2 weeks time for you to get back your skin.
So use somebody else's skin. Okay.
No. Use your own skin. For example, you got major burns, right? You're now in ICU, so doctors still have to optimize you for 2 weeks.
So during that period, you get it.
Yes, yes.
You talked all about funding. What is your revenue model, and are you commercialized already?
To be honest, we're still on groundworks. We are building up and setting up things for already 5 years now. So our target to be in full-blown commercialization by early next
8 minutes.
year. Okay, boss. Yeah, by early next year. So all money has been burned for developing and establishing all these groundwork things. But for commercialization, we need surely another fund.
So basically, what you require is actually just pretty much for commercialization, right?
Yes,
All right.
yes.
So
Everything has
you
been
mentioned you
laid
got
out.
12 to 15 million because I've got 250,000, so I feel very small now.
Okay.
And it's not real money either. But I've got 50,000, sorry.
You can give all.
No,
I'll take
I
that.
find it very interesting. Frankly speaking, I find it very interesting. I find it is very,
Thank you so much.
Very forward thinking, and I'm kind of proud as well that it's something that we can actually do it in Malaysia. Yeah?
Homegrown, yes.
Frankly speaking, and I really feel that there's a lot of potential to this, but you definitely need a bunch of. I believe that currently what you have is actually doctors, pretty much doctor researchers, right?
9 minutes.
Right. So I guess what you really need a partner who could actually bring you to the next step, which is actually a marketeer, perhaps
Exactly.
more business acumen person to be able to bring to the next level. And that is actually, to me, is very, very important. So whoever partners that you are going to partner later on must have that elements.
You guys hear that? Partners, come to me.
Very quick, very compelling presentation. So
Thank
well
you
done.
so much.
Big issue, of course, as you know, in healthcare is regulations, is certifications. Where are you in this process?
The best part is it's not yet regulated for this kind of thing. Yes, we have pharmaceutical, medical device. This is not yet. It's coming up, but 2021.
Okay, but what about the region? You mentioned the region beyond Malaysia.
Yes, but come again, sorry?
You mentioned the region beyond Malaysia.
Yes.
Malaysia.
Yes. Okay.
How do you see
yeah.
that?
Same thing. We are ahead in terms of Southeast Asian region. We are number second or number third. That's actually coping up with this new technology in medicine. So the rest of the countries we don't need to mention lah. But when the regulation comes, we can ensure that we are on track because we already by day one establishing everything using ethical way because we're doctors. We want to make sure that everything follows the evidence-based medicine, whatever that regulation that may have in future. So we're already ready for that. So if regulation comes tomorrow, then we're also okay, no problem.
Excellent.
Just one last word.
Okay.
Tissue engineering itself is a huge thing. I would only focus on that and not talk about organs and the rest for the moment, personally.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very
Thanks,
much. Time
everyone.
is up. Thank you, Dr. Cairo. You're probably the only doctor I know who wears yellow, and I wish more will do that. I also have a big advantage. I have his mobile number, so I'll be making appointments pretty soon. Thank you, Dr. Cairo. Next one up is Mr. Sean Tam. Sean, are you here? Thank you, Sean. Sean has joined us today from the lovely state of Penang, so welcome, Sean. Everyone, please welcome Sean. He is CEO of TKS Winwell Equipment, one of the major players in food equipment technology. It's your timer over here, slides over there.
Right.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, all. I'm Sean from TKS Winwell Equipment Supply, Sedang Berhad. I'm 36, married, 2 kids, local from Penang. So I'm seeking. Sorry, this is my first time on stage. So I'm graduate from Bachelor USQ, Bachelor of Engineering Technology, and oversee the company day-to-day operation process and about encounter the customer. So our company coverage computer-aided design machinery, manufacturing of industry food machinery. So we offer a custom-made food machinery that's which make to order. So our company objective for first, we will deal for customer discussion. So we try to provide our technology, our system to help them to simplify the production process, so make their work easier and faster. So the second is goes to R&D and design. After that, we got our own production, so our own equipment to assembly and testing. After that, delivery. So our own current products more to food industry, pharmaceutical, so more to juice, sauce, noodle, or the plants. So today I'm pleased to introduce our new products and a first consumer products for our company, a brand name Fresco, electric water and oil fryer. So nowadays, all the restaurant and catering, if you see the fry oil, the color is dark, especially for nasi kandar. Sorry for that. So we try to make the new innovation to solve the problem, to keep the oil clean, make them healthy. So this is a water-based filtering system. And this is fully IP protection by TKS Winwell. And it's a green product, healthy eating. So it's a better taste, better health. The concept of this product is normally oil density is less than water. So oil always will float on the top and water will on the bottom. So after the debris is heavier than water and oil, so automatic the debris will drop to the water. So through the filter, through the stencil wire mesh, come out to the clean water. So this makes the oil will clean and the color will retain. So normally, like we compare for a normal oil fryer, so our fryer we can use for 4 times more than the normal oil. So the benefit of the fryer is to reduce the oil consumption, less oil change, mean like you just change the water daily, so you don't need to change the oil. Because the oil will keep clean, only the water sometimes will keep dirty. So retain the color, prolong the life of the frying oil, lower cleaning effort, so lower storage cost. So you can save up to 50% costing for the restaurant. So at the moment, this product is only for the restaurant use. So for the next, we will come out for the home type. Is category of home appliances. Is a small unit like a rice cooker. So we point for more market, international market. So this is very unique and not yet sold in Malaysia. We are the first concept and the product seller. And we make ourselves, we design ourselves, it's local made products. So we promote healthy lifestyle and green technology and apply to everyone, all type of frying food consumer, restaurant, hotel, catering, and office. And we try to go global for this product, like Thailand, Indonesia, and our neighbor, Singapore country, so which they're using a fried food a lot. Thank you.
5 minutes. Thank you.
Any question?
Okay. How do you? Okay, for the water and the oil. So do you keep the temperature?
Yes.
Okay.
So the secret is the water, you have to keep certain temperature, and the oil. And the heater element, you have to place on the certain portion, like quarter of the oil. So when each other touching, so the water below 47, they won't get steam. So the steam will not make the oil splash. So why this system, the water and oil can touching each other? So we keep the oil, the water cold.
How much does this thing cost? I mean, compared to
Right at the moment is 3,800.
Yeah,
For Japan technology is 28,000.
You mean in Japan they already have
Yes.
similar to this, yeah?
The concept, I mean.
The concept. So how much is it a typical fryer?
For the typical fryer is
Nasi kandar, yeah.
nasi kandar. They use wok. They don't use fryer, I think.
No, they do use.
For the normal fry is 1,000 something.
Something, so almost double the price.
Yeah,
right?
but our size is double up. I mean the bowl size.
Okay, and how do you intend to sell this? I mean, yeah, what's your strategy in selling this distribution?
Distribution, and we try to make a global product because for local, maybe they won't change a lot because at the moment like
It is better. It is better with the dirty oil, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Because the oil, like normally, like if you sell the nasi kandar, yes, but for saving, for save cost, they won't change the oil.
I know,
Maybe.
But still, but how do you achieve? What's your strategy in terms of going global? You mentioned going global, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the strategy like? I mean, do you
distributor, like we can.
you go hardcore sales, you know? What do you do? You knock on the people's doors.
No, we will go for the exhibition and the demo because this new concept we have to show people how to use it. Like now I'm talking to you, you will say like why the water and oil can mix together. So when you see it.
8 minutes.
So, bro, first of all, you did very well. I know it's hard to get on the stage and talk, so I think we can give him a round of applause, yeah?
Thank you.
I wish you all the best, because I really like you. But I think, when you talk about going global, right, and when I first saw your presentation, fryer, I thought this is one of these air fryers, so we didn't use oil, because people are very health conscious, right? And then you said you go into the restaurants, which is fine, because they love the oil and all that. Just my view is that, when you try and market this globally, with the fact that people are becoming more health conscious, there's something to think about your messaging, I think.
Compared to the air fryer, so for those like for the delicious food, for air fryer, when you fry a fish or a chicken, yes, it's very healthy. It's no oil. It's only use pressure. But when you eat the crunchy, the delicious, is not there.
9 minutes.
Is it? If you want to eat oil fry, you have to traditional oil. But the air fryer is very healthy, but no delicious. That's a comparison.
Okay, no more questions. Investor judges, thank you very much,
Thank you.
Sean, for your presentation. Hopefully soon will be the foundation of our nourishment. Not sure everyone knows, Sean has an established business. He really does have a lot of sales in food technology. This is just one more product. Next up, I'd like to call Dato Dennis Chua. Dato Dennis, there you are.
I'm
Thank you
here.
very much. Thank you. He's the executive director of Eklimo. Please start with your convenience.
Thank you.
Blow us away.
Hi, I'm Dennis. Eklimo stands for Eco Life Mobility. I would need everybody to imagine that, because I believe that in this hall, no one's have used motorbikes, or probably they don't have the license to use motorbikes. So I need to be imagined that you're actually on motorbikes. So to bring back during my young days, during my schooling days, where in our family the only transport we have is motorbikes, two-wheelers. So during that time, my dad have to go like a couple of trips with my brother and sisters to schools, sending my mom to work. In a day, he's running like more than 10 trips, going back and forth. So every time when I stop in front of the traffic light, I always see that how come all the bikes in front and there's a car beside me, where I keep thinking that I should be the one who be inside the car. After that, after 19 years, when I'm 19 years old, I achieved that. I actually own a car. Before that, my family don't own a car. So by going to that, thinking back to the traffic light occasions, where I always have the problems of all the bikes that and the cars that stop in front of traffic light, I always get bombarded with the CO2. So during that time, I don't know about the environments. I don't really realize that how bad it's actually contaminate our environment. But with that, it's give me a motivation whereby vehicle should not have CO2 exhaust coming out from the vehicle. So that's how today at Climo, that I have developed a scooters where it's fully powered by electric. So how can I do it? It's actually developed locally from Penang. I'm from Penang Island, where until today in Malaysia, there are still 8 million bikes that is still valid running on the road today. So when I developed the bike, the most important key material is the battery. If you need to run the bike, you cannot go on asking people to go on a lower performance bike. You need to develop a product whereby it's equivalent to the bike of it today that you can run 100 kilometers per hour with a easy, convenience way of using the bikes. So from there, I developed the products, and we managed after 8 years ago when I started the R&D, and 3 years back, we managed to commercialize the product. And once you commercialize the product, electric vehicle, the battery is costly. How can you able to get customer to be able to say that because of going green, you buy electric vehicles? When it comes to business, the fact is still that you need to convince the customers whereby it's cheaper to use electric vehicles compared to a combustions before you talk about green, saving the earth. So 3 years back, we managed to convince KFC. KFC is our customer who have using our bikes throughout the whole Malaysia. And KFC, what we have done with KFC is that we actually lease the bike to them instead of selling it to them. Because we understand the products that we design, where we lease the bike with maintenance. We covered all the maintenance. So from KFC standpoint, it must be cheaper than they use a combustion motorbikes before they talk about green. So KFC until today is already 3 years using our bikes on the road. So there's still a lot of people not aware that KFC bikes is electric. We have done so much, and until today with JPJ, our Road Transport Authority, we are still the only one who is legally approved under JPJ. So from there, we managed to get, we go into the business of, we are confident that by leasing the products, we get better returns, and we get our second customers from the police department, where they use it for patrolling, not by chasing thief. So from there, we go further to government agencies, where municipal council,
5 minutes.
Municipal councils that the enforcement officer started using it in Penang Island. They actually using it. Those who park cars illegally in Penang, they will come with this bike and claim your cars. So from there, we also go into tourists. We rent the bike for tourists. So coming to how can we make this product? Coming to the technology of it, we managed to, the first in the world, whereby to assemble a lithium batteries, we don't use machineries to assemble the battery. This is the first that, why I can do it, why we think of it is because in order for us to go into the manufacturing of lithium batteries, is because you need a lot of investment, whereby we do not have a lot of cash to do it. So we managed to come up with a simple system whereby to assemble the battery by just using a screwdriver. So we managed to able to assemble the battery with a very low investment on capital. So until today, if you go back to our factory, for already 3 years, our factory with 10,000 square feet, we only use a TMB electricity every month without exceeding 400 ringgit. So, okay, and after 3 years, what happened to the battery? Because customers will require every charge using a normal charging point, it can go 100 kilometers. So after 3 years, the battery degrades. Because of the technologies that we have, we are not using spot welding, we can be able to take out the batteries and put in the new cells, and there you go, we give customers a new 100 kilometers per charge. But with that battery, the old batteries, what you do with it, we managed to bring out the battery. The old battery, after 3 years, we convert to a generator. And this generator, we actually replace it with night markets where they're using diesel generators, noisy, smelly, and we managed to replace this with a new life of the battery after the end of life. So until today, we have managed to save 800 tons of CO2. But coming back to during the young days, every time when my dad goes to petrol stations, he only pumps like a ringgit or 2 ringgit petrol. The next day, he will pump another 2 ringgits. Why is that? Because that's the only money that is available for today, and he only pump what he can afford. So to go forward, that I need to bring these products to the consumer with an affordable leasing, where until today, there are still people that going to the petrol station.
8 minutes.
Going to a petrol station with pumping of 2 ringgits or 3 ringgits. So to go forward, the business plan that for Aclimo is to lease it to the consumer. So, judges, if I not only the 50,000, if I can able to get a 250,000, just imagine that I can give 20 bikes to the consumer who use the bikes.
So you're obviously very successful, and I, when you show the pictures of all the police and all, I thought those are your target clients, but you already have, how many bikes are there so far on the road?
Today, because we are able to save 800 tons, we only have 500 on the road right now for 3 years.
Okay, and what is your factory output?
Factory with 10,000 square feet.
Yeah.
We can do like 300 bikes in a month with 3 operators. So in terms of electric vehicle,
9 minutes.
Yeah, in terms of electric vehicles.
So yeah, you should. Yeah, I'm going to invest in you because I think you're going to be the Gojek of Malaysia, right? Because you lease the bikes. Anybody can lease a bike from you. So I like it. Very good. Congratulations.
So whoever come to Penang, 9 o'clock to 7 o'clock, you can rent a bike for 30 ringgit.
All right, I'm in. What's the number?
30 ringgit for 9 to 7. And you don't have to worry on electricity. If you go around Penang Island, when you come back, there's still 30% of power. With 200 kilos of passenger on the bike, it still can go uphill. So you don't have to worry on the performance of the bike.
For mudroom pit. Judges, investors, questions? Jan, questions?
I'd have zillions of questions. That market is a great market. The 2 questions that come to mind are indeed access to the consumers quickly and your capacity to actually distribute quite rapidly. Secondly, is frankly the economics of your leasing model.
Yeah.
If we had time, I'd like to go into this.
Okay. But of course, today the difficulty for us our challenge is on the capital because we are leasing it to consumer. But with the returns of 30% right now, that we actually lease it to corporate clients.
Okay. Good luck.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Dennis. Perhaps one day soon we'll all be powered by your energy systems. Last but not least is Mr. Joshua Su. Joshua just flew in all the way from China, where he's conducting business, just to present to us his business. He's executive director of Jocom, and we're lucky to have his time. At your convenience, sir.
Thank you so much. So thanks for Rob, thanks for Frost & Sullivan, and thanks to the judges as well. We are actually one of the first app groceries in Malaysia. What we did is we able to give you the groceries from frozen to fresh, even from Cameron Highlands to the doorsteps. That's what we do. Previously, what we do is we're able to send it to your home by 24 hours. So this is a little bit of introduction. Myself, my name is Joshua. I'm actually CEO and also founder of Jocom. What we do is we actually found a way how to revolutionize the way how you buy groceries online via our app, and we send to your house in 24 hours. So first of all, I need to bring out the biggest problem of all. First of all, everyone here experience traffic to buying groceries? Yes. Having lack of parking space? Yes. Also availability on the shelf? Yes. And also inconvenience in checkout. Have you guys actually experienced of having a long queue in the checkout time when you actually buy groceries? I think everyone does before, right? That's one part of the things that we're actually trying to solve. What we're trying to solve here is about the biggest problem in Malaysia of the traffic jam and also other things that we talk about. So I will bring it to the next slide. So what our solution is, we actually created the app to allow you to buy groceries online. What we did was we actually able to bundle the things, then reorder the things as well in our app as it is, as a mobile commerce platform provider. So what we do is in Jocom itself is actually a mobile grocery platform provider that allows the sellers as grocery guys to come on board on our system to sell to the customers directly. We call it a D2C model, which is a direct to customer model. What we do is we bring on any farmers, bring on the offline people to actually bring into our platform. I'll explain a little bit more about the next slide. To bring on the platform to allow people to sell vegetables, sell meats, sell any of the other things like homemade stuff to the customers itself. Okay, first of all, I need to do some market validation. In the ASEAN level itself, grocery is it's a $300 billion industry in the US dollar. And of course, Malaysia itself is actually a $30 billion industry. So in client value itself, you're looking at about 10 billion roughly on that. Even everyone combined is actually not enough to sustain the business of everyone, giving the groceries to everyone. That's why Jocom is here, to give a chance to everyone, the customers, to actually order online and send it to your doorsteps, all right? Okay, I will go a little bit about the business model a bit. Here what we do. We actually transfer the offline people, or we call it the vendors, the merchants, to our system. Jocom will take care of your payment, take care of your logistics, including the freshness of the item, guaranteed by us, and sent to your doorstep via the online system. We're actually an app-based provider. We are not a web-based provider, so we are fully on app. And from there, we actually work with producers like farmers, cattlers, manufacturers, distributors to actually put their items in our system, and we will transfer it and make the payment and then send to the customer's home or the corporate itself. So this is actually what Jocom really do and what we do to help the customers to get the right stuff and also guarantee the freshness of the products. A little bit about understanding here is like, I need to show what we did, achievement we actually achieved. These are most of the things that we actually delivered so far. Just want to let you guys know that we have been delivering these products for past 2 years to customers. We are actually not funded, we are funded ourselves. We are actually able to sustain the model because due to we are doing a lot of corporate customers as well. Hence, that's why we're able to provide the best price, the best value, the freshness of the products to the customer itself, no matter whether it's a home or even on a restaurant itself. Hence, we give you the best value. Even we have a chance, we actually did try to send tomatoes from Cameron Highland with the vendor that in one of our system in offline, send it to Dubai in a full load container. That's what we actually able to do. We are like a platform provider of a grocery system. So they allow everyone around the world, even cross borders, even Malaysian itself, to actually buy the groceries through our system. So basically, this is a bit of understanding our system, and this is what Jocom do. So thank you very much. Question.
Hi. Just a bit, need a bit of clarity. What is your target market, the consumer or the corporate?
We actually do much of the corporate now.
Right now, and,
Yep.
and is there a strategy moving towards the consumer?
Yes, public orders, we call that the consumer is actually a bonus to us. Like for instance, with our system and our Jocom platform, we're able to spend across 5,000, we sell about 5,000 cartons of 100 plus in 2 days, in the weekdays. So it's actually something that we knew that with the analytics and the system that I built, because we built a very 5 magical modules in our system. One is actually the analytics, is the most important part, where we knew that which area require what type of items in the client value zone itself. So the past 2 years, we collected a lot of data, and we know when and which everyone actually likes to buy something. So with the system itself, we're able to deliver all these goods to even public or even connect the restaurants owners and corporates.
5 minutes.
Since you're targeting corporates, right? Is it more because of the margin?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Because I assume like if I order and my volume is only like 100 ringgit, would you deliver versus a company ordering like 10,000 worth of products?
We will deliver any orders except as long as you pay for delivery fees of 15 ringgit in Klang Valley. We will send straight to Jenjarum. We actually even cover the rural areas of places that our logistics actually belong to us. We don't use external logistics currently, but we can work with any other logistic companies that we want to do so. Hence, we even send until to the villages, to the rural areas, even giving a chance to other public people who are not accessible to supermarkets to access our products as well.
So what assets do you actually own today? And how do you, because this is a complex business. The whole supply chain is one of the key success factors. How do you manage? How's that organized?
Okay, we actually use the automation. I created modules that interacted the whole online system from end to end, including the logistics system as well. Based off me and my co-founder, we have various experience. Both of us come from a background where I have a logistic experience. My co-founder actually has a wholesaler supply chain experience. Due to this business is very, very complex because you have to order from online, which is the online system itself, payment through the accounting softwares, go to the logistic modules, and get out to the customers. So we actually automated the whole process basically from end to end, including orders that comes from Dubai. We send the whole containers of tomatoes to Dubai as well, including working together with the offline providers, which are the people from Cameron Highlands as well, the vendors.
So it seems to me that you are like a bespoke Happy Fresh or Red Tick, in a sense that because you're going to, and I like the idea, you're going to smallholders and trying to sort of get offline online, right?
Yep.
So how many SKUs do you have?
We were close to 10,000.
Okay, that's a lot.
Yep. We have like Koreans, we have like local stuff, even homemade cookies from the home. We even take them as a vendor. Even comes to Japanese products, local products, even Nestle themselves, they are partner of us. That's why we do a direct-to-customer model, which are very, very clean. Due to the inflation and the tax, also people are saying that the cost of living is very high. Basically, when we're able to cut the cost lower and bring down to a direct-to-customer model from the manufacturers, you benefit the people. Because 90%
it costs a lot because somebody wants to buy. I want to buy tomatoes from Cameron Highlands.
Correct.
8 minutes.
That's why we actually partner with local vendors who actually they are the offline markets and go to online.
As you may tell, I'm not Malaysian. In Europe, I'm French. In Europe, we have many online vendors of your nature. Mostly, or the majority, coming from the traditional high street retail background. How do you see yourself compete against those retail chains in the country?
Basically, Malaysia is a very, very, very innovative country, I should say. Malaysia comes from a product where people like to take products from durian to China. Malaysia is a source of the items and products of groceries, much more than other countries.
9 minutes.
So if you ask me that question, we will be saying that I'll work with local vendors who actually has unique products to send overseas. Since we're able to do cross-border, why not? It'll be very competitive ground, and you'll be probably given the chance that a UK person might probably have a durian, in a way. We should send vegetables, fish, fresh crabs, and comes to about frozen as well, to any household or any other one that will order from our platform. We are quite wide-versed on our products itself.
Okay, any other questions? Thank you very much, Joshua.
Thank you so much.